Just a number of points back. First, in response to what Deputy Burton said, we publish a report in relation to SARP each year, in which all the information about it is made available, insofar as we can make this information available without breaching taxpayers' confidentiality. Secondly, I've heard the figure of €3 million being used by two deputies this evening. I want to remind the House that last year I brought in a cap of €1 million. €1 million is still a vast amount of money, but I brought in this cap, which will apply for this year for new entrants and from next year for existing entrants. And I brought in this cap while acknowledging that €1 million is still a vast amount of money for an individual to earn. But I brought in this change because of my awareness of the concerns that our citizens, not to mention the House, could have in relation to tax equity. Thirdly, in relation to the reason for this scheme and the reason for the continuation of this scheme. The main reason, Count Corla, why I am looking to continue this scheme in the tax code of our country is an appreciation and the reality that I see week after week, month after month, of other countries having the same scheme as Ireland does, and in many cases having a scheme that is significantly more lucrative, a scheme that in some cases is more attractive than the SARP scheme, and they use a scheme like this to compete for jobs, a number of which are currently located in Ireland. And I understand the concerns that the House has in relation to the equity, in relation to the degree of relief that is available to some. But if I go back to the figure that was used earlier on in relation to the €100,000 relief that is available to an individual earning €1 million, which is the cap for this scheme, let's also acknowledge that the same individual will be paying approximately €300,000 in taxation. They will be making that payment in tax, which they should be. And I want to emphasise the reason why it's there in the first place is not because of a desire that I have to grant tax relief to individuals who are already well earned. It is because of the potential for them to be associated with jobs and with economic activity in our country, which in turn makes a contribution to the public services that we want to provide for our citizens. And if I go to the last report that was made available, which was made available for the figures that include all of 2017, these figures point to the fact that for the individuals who were on the scheme, the companies within which they work paid over €2.5 billion in corporation tax, employed 155,000 individuals, and were responsible for the payment of €1.9 billion in PAYE taxes. The case I'm making to the House, though, is not that all of that income and all of that return is entirely due to this scheme. I would not make that case because the case could not be made. But I'm simply making the point that a scheme like this is a small part of what we need to offer to ensure particular kinds of jobs are located in Ireland, that in turn has significant indirect effects. And for those who don't like this scheme and don't want it to be continued, please do so in the explicit acknowledgement that other countries have this scheme and their equivalent of the IDA would use the absence of this scheme to look at how jobs that are currently located here could be moved out of our country. And that is the sole reason why I believe a scheme like this is justified in its maintenance, albeit with a cap of a figure that is lower than has been acknowledged in this debate.